Hey, what's going on, Jamie? Thank you so much for joining us.
Dude.
I'm like legitimately so excited. My wife and I watched the John Wick documentary last night, Wick
And
is
and
Pain,
and I
to
was not
prepare
in it.
to enter the stunt world. Yeah, I'm hyped.
Actually, I can't say if I was in it or not because I haven't watched it.
I
I
haven't seen
kinda
it either.
I kinda feel like I've been hanging with those guys for so long and talking to them, it's like I don't really need to watch it, but people have told
Yeah.
me it's like I should watch it though.
I don't watch any comedy stuff, but it was really inspiring. I get more inspired like outside of my genre.
Right.
So like me watching that, I'll have like a brief moment of like, I'm gonna be a stunt man. And then once
Yeah.
that goes away, I'm just like, I don't know, it's weird. It's almost like sometimes your own art's like too close to home that you
Sure.
can't enjoy it.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say it's kind of different when you're watching something and you're like, I'm gonna fucking call him.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
totally.
Well, so do you not so, like, right before we got on, I was sending a bunch of, Jordan Jensen bits to him to watch because I just love her comedy, and I just went to her Netflix special recording and everything. So
Nice.
do you like you pay attention to like what the shorts that other people are putting out and stuff?
It's so hard. Like I haven't gotten jaded and cynical to the point where I'll like, if I'm watching comedy, I'm like arms crossed, like a magician who knows how they do the trick, you know?
Yeah.
Like whenever I watch any kind of art, I really try to like
Mhm.
throw myself into it.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like that's one of the things that's like saved me. Like I've dealt with so much mental health stuff and rejection and all that stuff that I feel like not becoming like bitter or even cynical or even like I don't like kids these days calling everything that's like earnest cringe. Like I don't like that either.
Mm.
I try
What?
like
You don't use
really
cringe? That's so sus.
yeah. Sus is good. But so if I sit down to watch it, like I just watched Marin's new special, and
Mhm.
Marin and I have a weird fucking relationship. I opened for him when I was a kid,
Oh, wow.
and it was when he was going through a divorce, and he'd yell at me, and then it'd be really nice to me, and then
Yeah.
I don't think we're friends.
So he was
And
your stepdad.
what's that?
So I said so he was your stepdad.
So he was my stepdad. Yeah, exactly. He was my dad. And then so yeah, it's like, but he's phenomenal. And so
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not gonna rob myself of this.
Yeah.
So I'm not if I'm gonna watch comedy, it's not gonna be like arms folded.
Right.
But I really, really, really have fallen in love with um acting and writing, and I think
Mhm.
I will perform at some point. But the sort of like Austin scene reliving of the 80s, cocaine has made a comeback. It's just not my scene. I would rather write in the morning
Yeah.
and go to jujitsu and be asleep by 10.
Well, how do you feel about now that we're kind of talking about comedy and writing? How do you feel about the internet and the use of all of TikTok and all these clips that, in a way, everyone kind of now sees a show before they get to it? You used to back in the
Yeah.
day, like even Andrew Dice Clay, you only knew what you were going to see because you heard it somewhere. There was you had to really go out and grab it to hear anything
Yeah.
even
Oh,
though it
I
was the
mean,
same show everywhere. Now sometimes you see all of these clips and you've seen the entire show before you get in there.
right. I'm sure you guys will love this. I was a jam band guy when I was a kid.
Mhm.
I was just a little
Of course.
stoner. And
Well, he's a fucking, he
The only way you can tell our music apart is I have Grateful Dead in my mixes and he
yeah.
does.
Oh, okay, great. So I used to tape trade to get Grateful
Oh,
Dead
hell yeah,
Oh,
dude.
and,
yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
Fish
Sure.
tapes, and
Yeah.
I would have all these cassettes, and you would just like send postage to like
Mhm.
some guy in Seattle, and he'd
Yep.
mail you, Deer Creek 98 or
Yep.
whatever, and I really love it. And now,
You can just put it,
you
you can
know,
put it
in
on from the internet.
Mhm.
yeah, and I should be so much happier because I'm like, oh my God, this is like teenage Jamie's dream. It's every show online right away, and I don't give a shit anymore.
Yep.
Like,
There used to be this I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry, go ahead.
no, that's it. It's not as exciting, and
Mhm.
I mean, if it's good for the artist, whether I get it or I don't get it, then good. If corporations find, just more ways to get free shit from us
Mhm.
without paying us, or without, I mean, if I post something on my Instagram, I'm not even guaranteed it gets to my fans.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if it's political, especially if it's like left-wing stuff or whatever. And that is ridiculous because I'm essentially providing them free content. But at the same time, like, yeah, I mean, whatever people post, if it gets people to watch their shit or buy their shit or get tickets, then
Mhm.
it's fine. But as like the little 16-year-old nerd that would get so, and
Mhm.
and I love trailers, even when people are like, trailers show too much of the movie, I'm like, it still looks fucking awesome. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for that stuff. But yeah, as long as it's profiting the right person, I'm
Yeah.
fine with it. But I do miss the days where you had to work
Dude,
to
I
get shit.
totally get it. Like listening to you, because I had friends back in the day would hunt down the dead, like
Mhm.
bootleg
You
tapes
just
and
have to go
stuff.
to this place
But
in Roosevelt Field called Prime Cuts Music Emporium. They had everything, and it sounded so good. And when you wanted a show, wait about 2 weeks, head to Prime Cuts in
Whoa.
Roosevelt Field, Long Island, and they would have everything.
it reminds me of the early days on the underground forums, right? Like I'll say to my students sometimes, like, oh, it's like we would mail stuff, videotapes back and forth during the blackout years of MMA and stuff, and you would get on there, and if I wanted to see this guy's fight, they would mail me a VHS, and
Mhm.
then we would just trade, just like what you're talking about, right?
Yes, dude, I got it was I forget who it was. I don't want to say the wrong name because oh boy, were they saying words you cannot say today. But it was either like Pedro Hizzo or like there were a couple instructionals I bought
Mm-hmm.
off of or traded or
Right,
whatever on the underground. And yeah, it was just like
dude.
one of those like black belt, probably coral belt legends just showing wrist locks and using homophobic slurs. And
Oh
I
my
was just
god.
like,
Yeah,
what is this? But yeah, I used to get instructionals from the underground.
totally.